KICKASSETS. Cha-ching! Welcome everyone. Here we are, we're going to do our before and after of house number 20. I spent a few months renovating this house, put in a lot of work. So I'm going to give you quickly a view of before and after, and then I'm going to explain to you all the different things I've done. Welcome. Here we are at house number... What house number is it? I can't remember. It must be in the hundreds by now. Just kidding. It's house number 20. What'd you say? 20. Excuse me? I didn't quite understand what you said there. 20. What the hell? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. A bit crazy. Oh, there's slippers here still from here. So yes, I decided to buy this house. I couldn't resist. Wow. Well, you may be wondering why I bought this house. Shit, I'm wondering too. Honestly, I don't know. It's really dirty. And hopefully we can see the before and after of this. It's going to take a lot of cleaning, but I'm not going to give up. Are those sunglasses that were over there? Yes. Well, the real reason I bought this house was because it was cheap. Okay, nah. It was a balance of everything. It was a balance between it being very well priced, the condition of the house, as you can see here, it's not falling apart. It's in reasonably good condition. Like you can see, the ceiling up there is in great condition. You can see the flooring sucks, but I can replace that. Sorry, not the flooring, the time mats, but same thing, floor. This room is an add-on, and it's in great shape. The original house was just this over here, by the way. That's why it's around 40-ish. All this other stuff is add-on. You can tell, look how new the stairs look. Well, not new, but newish. So, anyhow, yeah, decent. Just needs to be re-wallpapered. And you can see the second floor is in great shape. And it has some pretty cool closets here built into the house. Got a big balcony. Another good floor over here with a cool window on the side. I have no idea what that is. It's on both floors. So it's pretty cool. Let's get some air in this place. I wonder why all these things are out. That's the oddest thing ever. So, it's pretty neat. Let's get the airflow in here. This one's out too. Now let's check out the roof. There's the roof. Okay, so like I said, Reason is because the condition is decent, the price was good, and most of all because the location is amazing. It's 20 minutes from Udoa Station, which is my closest property to Udoa Station, even though it's one of the cheapest. Now, of course, there's negatives. There's a non-rebuilding thing. There's the road issue, but I just talked to the neighbor. He seemed really nice, so hopefully we can work something out. And then there's the termites, which we'll get into today. Look at the damage right there. It's pretty bad. But when I looked at the termite damage and the termites underneath this time mat, it wasn't so bad. And I can actually, normally you'd fall right through, but I can feel like it's still pretty sturdy. So I'm just going to take a look at it later. That's where we're off to now. So, wish me luck. Yes. Wow. You're asking me what? 4.2 million yen. And then you got lawyer fees and all that stuff on top of it, but all in 4.5, which is a steal for this area because, like I said, there's never any properties that are 10 million yen, which means my ROI on this place could be potentially 15 to 20% easily. And it's not unfair to anybody. I'm not ripping anybody off, and that's what giving people a good deal. If I actually got full actual rent for this place, it'd probably be like 25%. Because rent in 20 minutes from Udoa, it's going to be like between $1,200 and $1,500. So if I rent it out for $1,000, so I give a tenant a great deal, and I can make 20%. Now you lose up on the potential of the price going up, obviously, because it's non-rebuildable, and you got the neighborhood issue, so it makes it really hard to sell. But it's not impossible to sell because if you look at 20% return on investment, some people are willing to do that. I mean, it's like I'm getting profit all up front for that instead of where most houses say you get between 5 and 10% ROI. You also get money with the growth of the value of the land and the area over time. So in this sense, I don't get that growth value, but I get a very high return. Now, that's not to say it won't go up. Something could change. What happens if the neighbor suddenly wants to buy this land? It suddenly just doubles in value, Or somebody wants to redevelop the area. Boom, it doubles the price. Because this land isn't worth 4.2. The land is worth 8 on paper. And that's lowballing because the government always lowballs your land. It's probably worth 16. So, as is, And looking at the value per tsubo or m squared, meter squared, it's probably worth 32, this area, because the house across that way is selling for 85 million, and it's double this land size. So you do the math. All right, so let's get to work. Are you ready? Let's go. I'm also going to walk slow if you don't mind. Ojama shimasu. Take off your shoes. All right. Thank you for watching. Next, I'll explain to you what I did.